All right, everyone. Happy Monday. Anthony Speciale here with Speciale Analysis, unedited and on the edge of the market. We're going to get right to it. This is our weekly major market update. What we do on Mondays is we kick the week off by looking at the big picture. We look at the Dow, the Nasdaq, the S&P, the Russell, gold, crude oil, dollar index, Bitcoin. So we're going to run through all those markets right now. I'm going to give you my thought process. I'm going to let you know what I'm seeing so that you can make the best choices for yourself this upcoming week. So, what is on the screen in front of you right now is the Dow Jones Industrials Futures Average. You can see, obviously, we had a big uptrend. Then you can see the trend in the yellow started to kind of turn, if you would, and then the teal structure turned even further, and the orange structure even gave us more of a downside pitch. Now, we've recently had some strength come into this market. Perhaps we've set a bottom, perhaps we have not. It's still telling to see what happens here. That black channel, that price action literally settled at this past week, price settled below it. We were really looking for price to settle above it for some follow through. We did not get that. So what I'm focused in on is right here. So this gray structure is containing current price action. This big black line right here is holding price back from getting much higher. So this is what we're looking for. We need to close above that. Outside of this channel, then we have the 200-day moving average to overcome, and then we'll look to the structure, and then we'll see if we get up and back, start taking out old highs. So we'd have to take out this high here, take out this high here, take out this high here, and then the market really dredges higher. What am I personally looking for? If we get through this mess of resistance and we take out this high, overcome the 200, overcome this first channel that really structured us to the downside, identified on this chart by the teal structure right here, I really think this market could go higher. I know that's a lot to overcome, but to me, I'd rather arrive to the right party than arrive early to the party. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm waiting for to really start piling back in on buying. Now, I'm not saying I won't take any longs between now and then. I'm just saying that I'm going to be I'm still a little leery until I see that, we've really made some significant of a turn here. Now, Nasdaq looks somewhat familiar. You could see we placed a base here. We had a similar looking structure come into place. Let me clean this up so it looks a little neater. And we're just basically looking at the same thing. Nasdaq tried to overcome this older black channel. It did not. It failed to do so. While we did have a good push, prices again towards the end of the week did not settle above anything significant. Like the Dow, we have a down channel structure here. We have the 200-day moving average. We have a significant high here that we will need to overcome in order for the Nasdaq to grind much higher than where we currently are. S&P 500, again, kind of looks similar, having this little pattern here. In this one, we have overcome the black channel structure, which is a very old structure. So that is a positive for this. We are, in fact, staying quite range bound here, but we also have the 200-day and this initial downward channel structure to overcome. So we would have to take out this high here and this high here to really get off to the races. So that's what we're looking at for the S&P. Russell, take a peek at that real quick. Similar, we found support at that black structure. We are not stuck below it like on some of the other indices. And we are, again, just kind of grinding sideways here. A little push to the upside, not breaking any of the other significant downward structures quite yet. So we'd have to get through the orange, get through the teal, get through the 200-day. You have a high here and a more significant high here to really put this market back grinding higher from where we were. Gold futures, we had a sell signal 2 weeks ago. It worked out beautifully. It was not a big move. It was more of a follow-through move, but it did transpire nicely. So you could see this is where the sell signal was. This is where the target was. The next week, it had filled beautifully. What are my expectations that at this point for gold? This teal channel here that runs on the bottom has served as good support for quite some time. So I am expecting some kind of bounce here. If we break below, obviously we will look, to the downside even further. We have some targets, but I'm anticipating this has been a good floor here. here, 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 and potentially here. So we're watching it closely. We're going to see what happens, but I don't see anything new at the moment. Crude oil triggered a sell signal again. We've now spent the third week trying to overcome the 200-day moving average. It just doesn't seem to be happening. I mean, it just, the price does not want to really settle below it. So that's what we're kind of at right now. So we had price action come and test it, pushed right back up. Price action tested again, closed above it, and then this week we like settled literally right at the 200-day moving average. We did have a sell signal based on this candle right here. I will put the arrow here so it's more obvious. This did trigger a sell signal with a target right down here at 85.13. So we are in the midst of a sell signal. However, the 200-day moving average seems to be stalling it. Does not mean that the trade will not work, but my job is to give you all the information so that you can make the absolute best choices for yourself. Dollar index. So this had also broken out for us. I'll put the arrow there so it's clean and clear. So this was a good buy signal. Price had rallied, come back, kind of settling now a little bit sideways, but the price has done this. It's gone sideways here. It's gone sideways here. It's gone sideways for a long period of time here. So as long as we continue to close above this orange structure that we broke out from and this teal structure running kind of parallel here, I think we're going to do okay. And this should, you got kind of an impulse, a little consolidation, an impulse, a little correction. We'll see what comes in the coming days and weeks, but this is, should be on track to, hopefully fulfill this little momentum trade as well. So we're watching this. And last but not least, before I let you go, is Bitcoin. Had a little bit of strength come into the market last week, fighting this inner channel here. So the big picture is this orange structure. You can see resistance, resistance, support, support, support. But we have a tightening channel right here. And you can see that Bitcoin is traditional in trading sideways, falling off, trading sideways, and then potentially falling off. So we're looking at this black structure here that goes back to way back when, before any of this craziness really stepped in the market, as a potentially a floor of support. So this is in the 15,000 handle, and we'll see what happens. So we're just watching it. I'm not much of a Bitcoin owner. I'm certainly interested in trading it because it moves, but outside of it moving, the rest is, I'm not really a big buyer of it. That's just personal preference, obviously, to each their own. But again, for me, my job is to give you the best information so that you can make the best choices and decisions for your personal self. So with that, that covers our major market for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. All these charts will be published to TradingView, so you can find me on my TradingView account. And it looks a little something like this. This guy right here with his pretty wife in the corner, special analysis. And you can see that I publish all these great ideas. They're here for you, for your reference, 100% for free. You can find me on social media. You can find me on my website, all that fun stuff. So I hope you had again, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. I hope you have a great week. That's the most important thing. And I hope it's a profitable one. And I will talk to you soon.